Hello, everyone. Welcome to our, I think, fourth Facebook Live. My name is Rebecca Scaris, and I'm the video coordinator at Immigrant Services Calgary. Currently, I'm working on the Smart Tips video series. And I'll tell you a little bit about that project. So it's a project that started about a year ago. And we've been making films for a while now. There are now 10 films live, and we're on the way to make our last 5. The videos are available in English, and then they're also subtitled in 7 other languages. So they're subtitled in Arabic, Chinese, French, Hindi, Spanish, Tigrinya, and Farsi. And hopefully one day they'll be subtitled in more languages to make them more accessible. So today we're talking about our latest video, and we're debuting it actually because it just went live today. So it's how to ride transit in Alberta. So I'm actually going to show you the video right now. And this will be the first time anyone's seen it actually. So let's get started.
Amira is a little nervous today because this is her first time using public transit in Alberta.
Hey, sorry. Is this the bus that goes to the mall?
I believe so. You don't have the app on your phone?
The app?
Yes, every city has a transit app and a website that you can check the bus routes, schedules, and fare information.
I did not know about that.
Oh, it's right here on the App Store.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I hope that helps. Yeah. Sorry, we gotta go.
Sure, thank you.
Being able to look up transit information on your phone will be helpful in the future.
Hi there.
Hi. Where's the debit machine?
We don't have debit on the bus.
Oh.
We only take cash, prepaid passes, or tickets.
And how much does that cost?
$3.50.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, sorry to bother you again. Could you please tell me which stop is for the mall?
The mall, that's far. Just have a seat behind me and I'll let you know when your stop comes up.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you feel lost or don't know your stop, feel free to ask the bus driver for help or call the information line.
Hi there.
Hi.
Is this your first time riding the bus?
Yeah, I just moved to Alberta 2 months ago.
Wow, how do you like it?
It's nice. The summer is really nice, but I'm a bit worried about the winter.
The winter is very cold. Do you have a good winter jacket?
No, not yet. I think I'll buy one soon.
That's a good idea. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, you could go to a thrift store and get a used jacket.
Oh, that's a great advice. Thank you.
Are you planning to take transit a lot?
Yeah, I actually don't have a driver's license, so I'm probably gonna start riding the bus to work.
That's good. You will probably want to get a monthly pass. I'm lucky. I get a cheaper senior pass.
A monthly pass?
Yes, you can get them online or at any transit office or any convenience store.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That's my stop. It was really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Good luck in Alberta.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Oh no, Amira, some loud people have gotten on the bus. If you ever feel you are in danger, you can talk to the bus driver, or in an emergency you can push the red emergency button. Some cities have a number that you can text.
You would have passed me and all that layup was been an and one. Cody was all over me. Could have won that game. 2 points, bro. 2 points. Now stop now. See you tomorrow.
Hi, your stop is coming up.
Thank you.
Will you be riding the bus home after?
Yes, I will.
In that case, you're going to need one of these transfer slips. It'll allow you to ride the bus free within 90 minutes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Good work, Amira. It can be scary to ride transit for the first time, but you did great. Next time, let's try the train. Some cities in Alberta have LRT train systems. You will need to buy your ticket before you get on. The transit peace officers will check your ticket on the train.
Yeah, so that is our video. We're actually here with Jennifer Blizzard from Calgary Transit because Stephen couldn't make it, and she was really nice to come and give us a presentation. Jennifer is a transportation communications professional working for Calgary Transit as a transit relations specialist. She has been helping tell Canadian Transit's story to customers since early 2019. Communications and public relations is a diverse field where she relies on her writing and engagement skills every day to help build and maintain strong relationships with Calgarians. In the past, Jennifer's portfolio has included other exciting City of Calgary transportation construction projects, including the Green Line, various new bus lines and pedestrian and bridge projects. In 2018, Jennifer joined the City of Ottawa's OC Transpo team. She worked on the city's first light rail project, the Confederation Line. The Confederation Line is the first part of a major three-part project building Ottawa's LRT system. Jennifer is passionate about making lives better for Calgarians by helping them connect to their destinations. I really liked the last line, connect to their destinations.
I'm happy to be here.
Jennifer, is that the first time you've seen this video?
It is, but it's really good.
It's really good. Hey, it has so much information, and like a few of the actors are actually watching right now. I can see on the live. So I hope you guys liked this video. But the bus driver was the nicest guy I've ever met in my life. And he was totally willing to do anything. Yeah, I can act, I can drive for a few hours. Like, he was so nice. So we're so happy that Calgary Transit helped us with the bus and everything.
Oh, well, we're happy to help out with stuff like this. So
yeah, I think it's super important. So what do you think are some of the biggest problems that newcomers face using transit?
I think getting to know the system. I mean, we have such a vast system in Calgary. We've got, regular bus, we've got the MAX bus lines for rapid transit, and then you've got the C train. So I think also because Calgary is so large and there's quite a lot of spread, so trying to figure out which line you need to use to get to your destination can be quite overwhelming.
Yeah, I can imagine. Actually, I remember myself even trying to use Calgary Transit and having to look at my phone the whole time because I was nervous I was going to miss my stop. Yeah, so I can imagine if language is a barrier or you don't speak English or something, then it might be even more challenging.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're going to give us a little presentation, which is has some of the information from the video, but I think of a lot more information about Calgary Transit. So yeah, if you want to get that started.
Okay, I'm just going to share my screen here. Mm-hmm. Did that work?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you for letting me know right away.
No worries. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a bus service to offer to Calgarians, and we do operate 1,100 buses across over 160 routes in Calgary. When you board, show the operator your pass or transfer, or like Amira in the video. If you want to pay cash, place it in the ticket or cash in the fare box. So it's important to have exact change, but I do get into that a little bit later in the presentation about paying your fare. When you're close to where you need to go, let the driver know by pushing the stop button as you showed in the video, or sometimes there is a stop string that you'll see. It's a bright yellow string that's like right over your head near the window. We have, there we go. We have a variety of payment options to make your trip easy. Remember that if you need to take a combination of bus routes or the train, so if you're making several connections, ask the bus driver for a transfer to hold on to. If you're using a single-use ticket that you have validated in one of the ticket vending machines, it will be time-stamped, so you still have that 90-minute window to make your transfer. We do offer, so cash is one way to pay. Ticket vending machines, you can buy a single-use ticket on the C-Train platform. This isn't available for buses. It's just for C-Trains. And the tickets are monthly passes you can buy ahead of time at registered retailers across the city. We also have recently introduced the MyFare app, which is a mobile ticketing payment system that you can use on your smartphone. And you can use a pass, you can use a single-use ticket on this, multiple things. So here, I've got a few pictures of the fare payment options. An adult single-use ticket is $3.50. The monthly pass is $109. Usually, in the new year, there's an adjustment to that. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it holds the same. It really depends on what direction we've been given by City Council. So you can see all of the different rates, and I do have some links that I will share at the end of the presentation so that anyone who's interested in looking at the different fares and where to maybe get one can just go to our website and have a look and choose the option that's right for them. So this is for our mobile app. This is how you can pay for your trip using your phone. You can use it without having to touch tickets or touching machines. And with COVID-19 going on, this has been a really big perk for people. We want to make this very convenient for people to also pay their fare. So you can download the app from the Apple Store or from Google Play. Here we have on one of the C-Train platforms, this looks like the City Hall South platform. You can buy a single-use ticket at one of the vending machines where the gentleman is standing there, and you can pay with credit card or debit. Once you have bought your ticket from this machine, you don't need to validate it. But if you look to the right, you'll see a pre-purchased ticket photo. And if you have something that you bought in a booklet, you just pop your ticket in there and it stamps the top, and then you get your timestamp. The best way to succeed on your trip for Calgary Transit is to plan ahead. So we have a great website, and if you go to calgarytransit.com, you can check out your trip. You can decide, you can find out if I'm taking a bus to a train, are you going right to the train? It will tell you if there's a delay, whether that's a planned service disruption, like if there's construction or something during a non-peak time, you can definitely have a look at that. Or if there has been some sort of unforeseen, unplanned delay. The trip planner tool is useful because it will help you plan your trip on our system. So if you look at it, you can enter your location, and then it'll offer you different options of how you can get there, whether that's by taking either just the bus, just the train, or making connections. We do have schedules online as well, and they tell you what time your bus will arrive and how frequently it runs. So that will help you with planning your transfer, and you'll be able to figure out from there how much fare you need. This is kind of a little bit of a showing of what the app looks like. This is from the Apple Store, and you can see that the red line C-Train, which runs northwest to southwest, and the blue line, which is northeast to southeast. on the right photo in the upper right corner, and it's telling you that the next train is due to come in 8 minutes. You can also look at various maps and it'll tell you how to get where you're going. We do have a booklet for the app that you can pull up on our website, and the link is at the end of the presentation. So if you'd like to look at that, you can absolutely do that, and it offers some very useful steps for using the app and making it work for you. So if we think back to the video with Amira, she was standing at a bus stop. So this is a close-up shot of what a bus stop looks like, and this 4-digit number in the bottom right corner is your stop number. If you're looking for the next bus, you can call 403-974-4000, and for current bus times, press 1, and if you're looking for an upcoming bus, press 2. The 4-digit stop number that I pointed out at the bottom right corner is information that you need, and then the bus number. So you can see on the photo that there are 4 different types of buses that come to this stop. So say you wanted to go to Applewood, that would be bus 126. So you would enter bus stop 8081, and then bus 126, and then it'll tell you that the next bus is on its way at whatever time is coming. We also offer a text option. So it looks like one of my photos is not showing up properly. There it is. So if you text 74000, and it's very similar to phoning the Teleride, and you enter in the stop number and the bus number, and it will also let you know when your next bus is coming. So now I'm going to get into a little bit about COVID-19 safety. We are asking all of our customers who are able to wear a mask when they're on the service. The city has extended the face coverings bylaw to December 2020, and then it will be evaluated at that time whether it needs to be extended or not. We are working hard to clean all of our vehicles in our fleet. So what that means is areas that are touched a lot, handles, grab bars, handhold seats, they're all disinfected very routinely using commercial hospital grade disinfectant. So that's just one of the ways that we're working hard to keep Calgarians and customers safe. I'll be introducing you to our peace officers in a few more slides, but they are patrolling. They have increased their patrols of the system because, you know, they're also great people to ask for help if you need directions or if you're worried about something that you saw, or if, like Amira in the video, you know, the kids who got on the bus with their basketball, if you felt threatened, you could absolutely approach a peace officer. They're making sure that everybody's okay on the line, and that's what they do. We have limited station building access in order to prevent people from gathering and to try to support social distancing practices. So the station buildings that are currently closed are the SAIT Station, Jubilee and Alberta Arts College, Southland Station, Anderson Station, Heritage, Victoria Park Stampede Station, and Earlton. So here you can see we've got peace officers. Their uniforms, depending on the time of the year, may look a little bit different. In the top photo, you can see that they're in their summer uniform. And in the bottom photo, it looks like it's a bit cooler out, but they do also ride bikes. So peace officers are always in a uniform. You'll be able to see them. You'll know them by the patch on their sleeve. And they are out on the transit system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you see something that is concerning to you, or if you need help, even if you just need to ask for directions, feel free to approach a peace officer. They're there to help you. They're there to make sure that everybody stays safe. If you see an emergency, a peace officer can help you, or if you happen to see a member of the Calgary Police Service, they would also be willing to help. We also have on C-Train station platforms help phones. You can see the call box here in the photo, and there's a red help button. We do remind people that this is for emergencies, but you can call for help by pressing that red button on the phone, and it's important to know that this is a resource that's available to you. We also have closed circuit television running on our buses, C-Trains, and C-Train platforms, so they record audio and video, and this is another way that we work to keep Calgarians safe. We do have several different kinds of C-Trains in our fleet. The newer one is pictured on the left, just over here, and the red circles at the top above the window where the seat is folded in shows you where the help strip is located. So these help strips are there. So if you see something on the train like a medical emergency, or another customer is in distress, if you see someone who is behaving poorly, if you feel unsafe, or if you feel that someone else on the train is at risk, you can absolutely press this button. Again, it's for emergencies, but we are there to help you. On the right side, you'll see the older model of train that we have, and that red circle around the call box, there's a lever, a red lever that you can pull for help. And these will put you in touch with the train operator who will, decide how best to help you. If it's a medical emergency, someone will call for medical assistance, like an ambulance perhaps, or usually peace officers are first on scene. We do like to remind folks that when you're crossing the C-train tracks, please look both ways. I cannot stress this enough. It's so, so important, because we all think that we can hear something coming, but you've got the headphones in. Make sure that you look both ways. Don't cross the tracks when the lights are flashing. At some of our crossings, we do have an arm that comes down. If that is down, please do not try to go around it or under it. You can see in the photo on the left there that there are yellow gates. Those are there on purpose to stop people from crossing. And then if the signal, of course, is flashing and if there are bells ringing, then you know that there's a train coming. Another option that we have for our customers is our Transit Watch program. Sometimes maybe you're on the train, you're on the bus, you see something and you're really worried and you don't feel safe, or you don't feel like you're close enough to pushing the help button. So this is a great option. If you text 74100, then you'll be put in touch with a live agent. Typically, when you're on a C train, you'll see at the ceiling, there's usually a 4-digit number, and it's in black, and it'll be throughout the car. So whenever an emergency, if an emergency situation happens, then you're gonna wanna give that number to the operator. You don't have to remember what I'm telling you right now. I know it's a lot of information. They will walk you through what you need to give them and how they can help you. In the event of an emergency, we do ask that our customers still call 911. So if you're seeing something and you think, wow, the police really should be here, call 911. If you see something like a fire or, something where an ambulance is needed, call 911. We do have a little bit here about etiquette. So it's best when you're catching the bus, catching the train, to wait for the other people to get off the bus or to get off the train, and to give them the space to do that. Just like they should be doing that for you. We do ask our customers when they've been on the bus or on the train to take anything that they brought with them. So you might see a newspaper there, or you might have brought one with you. Please take it with you. Don't leave any empty beverage containers or anything like that. It's a really easy way for us to all help keep everything clean. And if you have a used mask or gloves or anything like that as part of your protective equipment for COVID-19, please make sure that you take those with you. And if they're ready for disposal, then throw them away properly in a trash can. Most Calgarians, if they see that you need a seat and standing for you is either not comfortable or not possible, most of them are going to offer you their seat, but you can also ask politely. Examples of a person who should be given a seat are people who are pregnant, or people who maybe have a mobility device. So someone who has a cane or a walker, you see a young mom with a stroller and some kids, anyone with crutches or a wheelchair or anything like that, it's the right thing to do to offer them a place to sit. Just like we would hope that, if you're one of these people, I would offer you my seat. Here's a list of our online resources. Rebecca, what's the best way to share this with folks?
If you want, you could paste it in the chat, and I could share it on Facebook, I guess. You can stop sharing.
Okay, thank you.
So I do have a question actually from Facebook. So if someone is 65 years old and holds a tourist visa, can they buy a senior's pass?
That is a great question. I would have to look into that. A tourist visa?
Yeah, for 1 year. They want to get a 1-year seniors pass.
I can tell you for sure that in the list of links that we just shared, there is a link there for the seniors pass specifically. So if our question asker would navigate to that page, they should be able to find out what is required of them. The tourist visa is new to me.
Okay. Yeah, like you don't know what kind of immigration status they have to have.
No, but what I can do is I can look into that and then I can send you an email later.
Okay, so I will reply to you, Nidhi Sharma. I will reply to you later with some more information. But that's a great question. Someone asked about IELTS. I'm sorry, this is not about the IELTS test requirements. I'm assuming for school or something you're asking. This is about transit. But I do have some questions for you from your presentation.
Sure.
What happens when you push an emergency button or you pull something or push one of those emergency buttons? What happens?
Then the operator, whoever is driving the train or the bus, will radio to you, and then they'll ask you what you need, and then you tell them what's going on. And then usually if you're on the train, depending on the situation, they may stop the train. They may also stop the bus, but it depends on what the situation is. If it's something the driver can help you with, then they absolutely will do that. But if it's that the peace officers need to be called in, then they'll let you know that that's what's happening, and then it'll go from there.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and when you text, do they have other languages in that text, or is it just English?
I think it's primarily English. I know that some of our staff are multilingual. So if you're worried about language barriers, then you can absolutely ask if there's someone who's available who speaks, whichever language it is that you're looking for, but it's primarily English.
Okay. Yeah, because I know, because I actually still teach newcomers in the LINK program, and I know some of my students are very good at speaking, but their writing is lower, or vice versa. So I think it would be challenging. I know 911, when they call 911, they can say Chinese and they'll find them someone, but yeah. That's really interesting. I don't know. I like the texting. So I'm wondering, so you're like just sitting, you just kind of sit there and text? Like,
I actually used it once myself. It was pre-COVID, and there was a person on the train who was threatening other customers. And I used the text feature because I was nowhere near a help button, and someone came on pretty quickly, and they were able to pull up the camera and everything, and the person did get off the train, but they got off at the same stop that I did. So I know that through my text conversation, the agent helping me was looking through the surveillance cameras.
Oh,
so they were able to find the individual. There were actually peace officers very close by, and they did go and talk to the individual right away. So yeah, but basically you're right. You're either standing where you are, or you're sitting and you just take out your phone and you text, and it looks like you're just texting.
Yeah, well, because actually in the video, right, when I wrote the script for it, we really tried to make not a huge conflict scene. Because if we had like something with a weapon or something, people would have been scared of transit, right?
Absolutely.
But,
and I would say that's rare.
Yeah. Yeah. And we wanted to just show like what happens if you're in danger, but like in this situation, she wasn't really, she was just nervous. And
I can absolutely understand that. I mean, someone gets on and they're noisy and it looks like they might lose control of the basketball, and like, where does it go and what do I do about it? It was a good example.
Yeah. And maybe maybe she didn't understand what's going on too. Like these people are being loud. I also found that there's cultural differences on transit. So one of your pictures was actually from Japan, and I lived in Japan, and in Japan, transit has very strict rules. Like you don't talk on the phone, you're not loud, you don't eat in some places. Yeah. So yeah, we do a lot more on our transit.
We do a lot more.
Yeah. Anyone can eat or play basketball. No.
Well, maybe not the basketball.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah,
we always ask customers to be respectful of other people. So, if that means that, you have to wait to eat your lunch because it's something that's, really big or messy or what have you, it's always good to err on the side of caution.
Yeah, definitely. So about the mobile pay, what made you guys decide that? You're the first city in Alberta, right, to do that?
I believe so, yes. It was really about convenience for our customers and offering a modern payment option for people. So, the beauty of this, the MyFare app, is that you can have multiple different kinds of fares on there. You can have your monthly pass, you can have a single-use ticket, you can have, your book of 10 tickets, youth pass, all of those things are available on there. So it's a convenient way to have all of your stuff in one place. And since people use their phones so much anyways, it just made sense.
Mm-hmm. And so when you ride the train,
mm-hmm.
do you like validate it somewhere, or you just bring your phone on and show them that you have?
I believe if you're riding the train, there isn't a validation, but there is at the front of the bus, but you need to be prepared to show that if a peace officer asks you, and that goes for any fare. If a peace officer asks you to see your fare, you need to produce it. If you don't, then they're going to ask you to exit the vehicle at the next stop.
Yeah. How much is a ticket if you don't buy a ticket on the C train and you just try to ride without one?
I don't know the exact amount. I believe it's about $200, but that may have changed.
Yeah. I think I heard recently someone connected to me mentioned that they had gotten a $250 ticket or something.
I feel like that sounds about right, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. So buy a ticket. Don't try to. You never know when. You never know when they're going to pop onto the train. The peace officers.
And with your monthly pass, you're not going to validate that, right? You just keep it somewhere that's easy to take out. And if the peace officer asks for your pass, then you just take it out because it's good for the whole month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wonder, do people ever validate their monthly pass every day?
I don't know that that's going to work out very well. I mean, it's going to get kind of tattered looking and a little bit stamped. So I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And I really liked, you mentioned, we tried to add this in our film, but getting off after others get off, getting on after others get off.
Yeah. I mean, everyone really needs to get where they're going, wherever that might be, work, home, school, anywhere else. So it's just nice if we can give people the space that they need. And it also keeps things running on time, right? If you let people off and then they let you on, it goes smoothly.
Exactly. Well, it's very cultural too. And I've been to other countries where it's just rush to the front of the line and just mash yourself into people coming out.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, then you don't get on the train. So you got to get competitive.
It's in Japan. I have seen videos. I've never been myself of, the attendants pressing people into the train. Yes.
Yeah. We only, me and my boyfriend went once, and we only experienced that once because it's in Tokyo, usually that, and it's only during rush hour. Not always. And we made the mistake of, we only need to go one station, but we chose our train time around rush hour. And so every train would pull up and people were literally pushed against the glass.
Oh my.
Cases. And I was like, how are we going to get inside this train? We're going to have to get aggressive. So we waited. Trains kept coming every minute, just packed full. And we're like, okay, we're going to have to get aggressive. When the doors open, we're just going to have to ram ourselves in there. And it's kind of expected in Tokyo. They just, so we rammed our suitcases into the train and got in, and the door closed, and I was going, sorry to everyone. Nobody acknowledged me. So it's just normal to push each other.
But I mean, that's a great point. If you were there for a couple of trains, I'm sure you were observing, you were watching what other people were doing. So learn by watching.
Exactly.
What is everybody else around you?
Race in Calgary, I feel I guess there are times that transit's more busy.
In my personal experience, it's usually during rush hour, peak in the morning and peak in the evening. And I know that depending on where you're getting on from, at the end of the day, peak in downtown. I mean, this was pre-COVID, of course, but it used to be very, very busy. Whereas if you were coming in from somewhere in the Southwest or the Northwest, it would probably be calmer.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I guess I don't ride transit that often anymore, but I did ride it in rush hour once, and it was just everyone was crammed in.
Yeah, and everybody's holding on to the thing, and
exactly. Yep, exactly. You're all close.
Very.
Proper hygiene.
Yes, always good, especially now. Wash your hands.
Yeah, exactly. Bring that hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's actually all the questions I had.
Okay.
Do you have any final points or anything that you want to let everyone know? Or
I just would really like to stress that the website is a great resource. Before you're going to take any trip, log on, go to calgarytransit.com, click around. You're going to have the best trip if you plan it in advance. So, plan it the night before and then download the app and check it when you're leaving your house or where you live. Because, if there's a delay or anything like that came up, then you'll see it. But definitely that pre-planning is key to having a great trip.
Yeah, sounds good. That is great advice. I really like following Twitter.
Yes, the Twitter is a good resource.
It's actually, I think, as I was doing research for this film and that, I found that Calgary Transit's Twitter is it 24 hours? I don't know. It's something.
It is 24 hours, yeah.
Yeah, and so like a lot of other cities in Alberta are not 24 hours, so it's just like 8 to 4 transit updates.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, there's if you ever have, you can actually like message people on Twitter and they'll reply like instantly.
Yes.
Which is amazing. Who are these like people that are hidden in this room, like on Twitter, just like responding?
Those are our wonderful customer service staff in the control center. And those are actually the same folks that you would be talking to if you were texting for help. So it all goes to the operations control center, which is a very cool room, where we can see on screens the entire transit line of sea trains and so on and so forth. So.
That's awesome. I don't know. Yeah, it was just amazing. I'm like, because I remember there was a train down or something when I lived downtown, and I was looking at Twitter.
Yeah,
and it was
definitely
just
Twitter
updating. Take the bus from this station. People are like, "Where is the bus?" And like it's here, like responding instantly.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that's amazing. Well, anyway, thank you so much for coming and giving a presentation. Thank you for anyone that tunes in now or tunes in later. And yeah, if you have any transit questions, you can send them to me and I will answer them to you through email. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. It was great to be here.